Yo, what is up everyone? It's Forgiveness right here. Today we're going to be answering the simple question and what this channel is revolved around. Self-improvement. Now you might be a little curious on what self-improvement is. Self-improvement revolves around three topics that I like to talk about. No fat, being productive, and no video games. And it's quite a complicated topic because we have just been around these things for so much, and when you go on self-improvement, usually what it means is that you kind of just put those things to the side. You're not playing video games, like 24/7. You're not fapping to some random thought on Pornhub. You're making room for productivity, and when you make that room, you notice there's this huge difference in your life. You notice that, oh my goodness, look at me, I'm out here really doing my work. I'm really out here working, and I'm not fapping, I'm not doing all this. I have successful relationships. It's all types of successes with self-improvement. It's one of the greatest things that I believe that someone can go through, whether it's a man or a woman. But we're going to be talking from a man's perspective here, and why it's just so important to be on self-improvement. Self-improvement for me, when I first started, I'm not gonna lie, I was a degenerate. I went to the gym, but to be honest, I was skinny. I still think I am skinny to this day, but I don't think I was as skinny as back then. And I was a degenerate. I was jerking off to porn 24/7. My grades were shit. Honestly, my life was shit. It wasn't the best, necessarily speaking, and I hated it. I was like, why does my life have to be so shit? And then I stumbled upon self-improvement, and I think that was one of the greatest decisions I've ever made, because self-improvement just kind of led me to a path of productivity and so many more things that my parents are proud of. When you go on self-improvement, you're going to notice all these differences. You aren't going to be on your PC as much. You're not going to be on your phone as much. What you're going to be doing, you're going to be reading, you're going to be working, you're going to be exercising. You're not going to be on technology a lot. I feel like the only time you're really going to be on technology is to do work and not to really play games. Of course, that's not saying that you can't, but for self-improvement wise, it's kind of best to stay off technology, because not entirely off technology, but the type of technology that distracts you from doing your work, because the self-improvement is all about delayed gratification and not instant gratification, which is really important, because delayed gratification often disciplines you. You learn how to read properly. As I like you may know how to read, but you may not know how to read properly. You just can't sit down and just read a book. You just can't sit down and read a book for like at least 10 minutes. And then there are some other problems, like for example, fapping actually is really bad for you, in the sense that it's as addictive as hard drugs. You also got some other problems like bad sleep schedule, which isn't really good for your health, a shitty diet, not going to the gym. Basically you are not healthy, and you have a very bad mindset, in the sense that you think everyone is shit and that they should all die. Like you are basically Jeffrey. Jeffrey, being the person that is that takes the black pills, oh, women are all shit, fuck them. Like, you're basically an incel if you say that type of shit. And then self-improvement opens the doors for you, because no one cannot improve. Like, everyone can improve, whether that be to a small extent or to a large extent. We can all improve. So that means that even if you are a degenerate yourself, you can stop those bad habits and become a great man. But that's your decision. And it's obviously a hard one, because you're so used to this instant gratification. You're so used to porn. Porn satisfies your sexual thirst. Your shitty diet satisfies your fucking thirst for junk food, and your fucking, your games help satisfy your productivity. That's what self-improvement is all about. Self-improvement is getting rid of those components and throwing in productive habits that make you into a better man and make you into a more attractive, seeking and looking man. Because I'm gonna be honest, I was not pulling women before. I deleted all my social media, but before I barely had any girls on my Snapchat. When I went on to self-improvement, I started posting pictures of myself at the gym, and women just all of a sudden started adding me. Women were going crazy. They were wanting me. And that's one thing I've noticed, is that your self-image of yourself also goes far out. Like, if you are confident, you're not overconfident, you're not like, oh, go queen, when you don't do anything to, improve your looks, naturally speaking, you're gonna notice something. Right? You're gonna see, Emily right here, she's fat, and she still thinks she's beautiful, but she doesn't want to change herself because everyone is still giving her compliments, right? But when you are genuinely trying to improve your looks, and that's what self-improvement helps you out with, you are going to improve your looks, and you're going to improve how you look. Breathing through your nose is a very key component, because anyone who is a degenerate likes to breathe through their mouth. Like, notice how when you breathe through your mouth, you make so much more noise. But when you breathe through your nose, not as much noise, and it feels just a lot better, because your nose was meant for breathing. So if you are not running, you're just relaxing, you're just going like, right? But when you breathe through your mouth, you're going like when you breathe through your mouth, not only is it bad for you, it also makes you look ugly. Because what happens when you breathe through your mouth, what happens is your jawline kind of sinks in, and you kind of look more like this, right? And so it is so important to breathe through your nose to help improve those looks. And then self-improvement also helps you out with your body, because self-improvement's one of its key components is going to the gym and working out. Not only is it just looks, it's also your body. So how well does your chest look? How well do your traps look? How well do your biceps look? How well does your overall body, excluding your face, look? Because women are attracted to guys who are just muscular. Not like, Baki types of muscular, but they are attracted to muscular women, or men, attracted to muscular men. And you notice this because you see a lot of women thirsting over Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and all these other celebrities because they have such muscular bodies. Also, don't believe that bullshit. They're likely using PEDs. They probably are using PEDs, but you notice how these women just want them, right? And that's one of the key components of self-improvement is just you are improving your body to make it look attractive. You can also do it because, let's say you're a powerlifter, bodybuilder, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are genuinely going for looks, just looks, and you're not really a bodybuilder or anything, the best way to look is a lean muscle type. You don't want to be overly buff where like you're just looking like a behemoth, and you don't want to be looking like a powerlifter, even though powerlifters, I respect them a lot because they have a lot of strength in general. But you don't want to be looking like a powerlifter. I'm gonna be honest. Who's gonna be looking at a powerlifter and be like, I want him? They kind of look fat, right? But when you notice, like, women look at their abs. Like, women look at these guys who are so muscular, and they're like, wow, look at his abs. That is normal, right? And that's normal because of the that's just because of how the human mind is. It's usually just for survival. The more attractive people tend to get more women. So the more women you have, the more offspring you can have. Yada yada. Basically genetic shit, evolutionary shit as well. So self-improvement, man. I'm gonna sum it up to these 3 points. A great decision. One of the greatest decisions you can make as a man. 2, benefits your lifestyle. Not only do you become a more attractive man, but you also become a more healthier, humbler man. Like, when I wasn't on self-improvement, I thought I was the shit. I thought I was, this, that. I thought I was like fucking the president, right? But when I went on to self-improvement, it just humbled the shit out of me. And now I'm really out here just, I'm not doing this because I believe, I'm the best. I'm doing this because I want to help people. I want them to see what self-improvement did to me and what it can do for you. And the third point I would like to also point out is that you're just genuinely more happier. Like, when I wasn't on self-improvement, I was shitty. My mental health was shit. I went on self-improvement. Self-improvement is also all about improving your mental health, how to be a healthier. Not only is it speaking health, like physically, but mentally speaking, they also want you to be a more healthier man, both physically and mentally speaking. So if you have a shit mental health, self-improvement also helps out with that. And so, it's one of the, again, I just can't sum it up enough. Self-improvement is one of the greatest decisions you can make as a man, and it can help you out immensely with your journey. If you just want to pull women, self-improvement can help you out with that. If you just want to get a more muscular body, self-improvement is for that. If you want to just be more humbler, self-improvement is for that. Like, self-improvement combines everything masculine and just makes it into a course, a way that you can learn, because ancestral strength is one of the greatest components you can have. Because I'm gonna be honest, do you expect your ancestors to go sit on a computer, play games and all this? No, you don't expect them to do that. They're out 24, they're out in the wild for 7 hours a day trying to hunt for their tribe. And you notice how most of the leaders, they're not doing this because they want to do this, right? They're doing this because they want to help their tribe. And when I talk about tribe, it's kind of, vague, but we're going to refer to a group of people who they care about, like their family. Like, let's go with their family. So their family is their tribe. And so their tribe, right, is one of their greatest strengths. And so their tribe, they need, it's number one. So you have to be strong. You have to be a leader. You have to show people who the hell you are. Because if you are not a leader, guess what? Your tribe isn't going to survive. And that's the reason why ancestral strength is just so brought up. Why like, it's often just better not to be lustful and instead to be more, loving towards, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever. And it's also one of the greatest things, because when we also look back at our ancestors' lifestyles, they were so much more healthier than us. There's a study, right, that shows that Greek farmers were actually as fast as Olympic sprinters, and that's just because they were working 24/7, and so their bodies were just like Olympic level. That's genuinely crazy to think about, that their bodies were Olympic level just from working. And that's the reason why self-improvement is here. It's to make you into a man, to evolve you from a boy into a man. And I think that's pretty much it for the video. Again, I'm just going to sum it up. Self-improvement, one of the greatest decisions you can ever make. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. I'm going to get going, and I'll see you all later.